Well, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanne. We talk about all different sorts of things. We've been following the whole mystery or saga of Melissa Caddick and her property going on sale to try and recapture the money that has disappeared. Wow. Her husband had to move out of his house. It's interesting. The headlines all state he's evicted or booted out. Remember, he went to court and the court said that he had to hand over the keys and it probably needed to be sold. Now, what's come out of this now is that he's now been interviewed by Channel 7, a network in Australia, and this is what's happened.
Conwoman Melissa Caddick will officially be evicted from their multi-million-dollar eastern suburbs mansion from midnight. But Anthony Koletti has already left, with 7 News Spotlight gaining an exclusive look at his final moments there. He'd hoped it wouldn't come to this, but Anthony Koletti has packed up his life of luxury and left his Dover Heights mansion. In the very home where he last saw his wife alive, it was time to clean up and move on after the federal court ordered he leave so liquidators can hand the cash back to creditors who are owed millions.
It's interesting how they're making him sound like, he's a victim. Well, I mean, maybe he is a victim to his wife, but his wife has done this, and anyway, let's keep watching.
Anthony Koletti sat down with 7 News Spotlight investigations team with answers that are sure to enliven the theory the missing conwoman is still alive. Surely you still don't believe she's alive?
Look, anything's possible.
As he closed the door for the last time, Anthony Koletti knew intense media interest would make the difficult move even more challenging. So it's a stealth operation to try and get out of this place?
Yeah, pretty much.
ASIC investigators and federal police agents raided their home in November 2020. She disappeared the next day and hasn't been seen since. Now Anthony has to find somewhere else to live.
As hard as it's been to find a place with my name being Googled into Google, and people, oh no, we don't want to give the apartment to that person.
As of midnight tonight, this will no longer be the home of Anthony Koletti. The keys to be handed over by his lawyers. Preparations are already underway for the auction. Liquidators due to provide an update tomorrow. But for creditors, the sale of this place can't come soon enough.
In my experience, I think it increases the interest with potential time wasters, but not necessarily the actual real buyers, because the actual real buyers are going to look at everything anyway.
In February, liquidators sold 2 cars, including an Audi R8, recouping $360,000. A long way short of the $23 million they had hoped to repay Caddick's fleeced investors. Evan Batten, 7 News.
So there you go. He's saying that he can't rent anywhere because people are Googling his name. So he left. So yeah, it says the husband of the most wanted conwoman, Melissa Caddick, has officially been booted from the couple's multi-million-dollar mansion. He left the property early in the week before officially handing over the keys. So it comes up that the judge gave him 2 weeks to vacate the property and be out by May 19, so the house could be sold to repay his wife's victims. Funds from the sale of the Eastern Suburbs property will be used to compensate the 74 investors who lost a total of $23 million through his wife's Ponzi scheme. She still hasn't been seen since the 12th of November, the day after ASIC raided. She's thought to be likely dead after the remains of her foot washed up on a beach. However, Koletti has sensationally told an upcoming 7 News Spotlight special that despite this grim discovery and not hearing from his spouse for almost 2 years, he believed she still could be breathing. Surely you don't believe she's alive? Presenter Michael Usher asked him, which is due to air this Sunday night. And he says, look, anything is possible. So he's been interviewed. I don't know whether he's been paid for the interview. I can't tell you that. That's not been disclosed. He said he's trying to find a new place to rent due to his wife's exploits, with landlords refusing to give him a lease after Googling his name. Oh, we don't want to give the apartment to that person, was the common response. There is an inquest. So is due to commence on the 12th of September. Criminologist Xantha Malay, who, like much of Australia, has followed the case with interest, told 7 News a colonial inquest would hopefully go a long way to answering questions. From analysis of the case, says it's unlikely Caddick is alive, but doesn't also believe she took her own life. One of the top theories is that she suicided, and my concern is with that. From what we know of Caddick's personality, that just seems really counter what you would expect of her, Malik said. She was a highly intelligent woman. Obviously, she would have known what she was doing was illegal. She would have known there were risks, and she would have had mitigation in place if it all went wrong. I think it's more than likely there was human intervention, but that's, as I said, just what's been released publicly. So on Sunday night in Australia, there is going to be an interview with Anthony Koletti. Now, I may watch this and then we might analyse it afterwards. So news.com.au vacates Dover Heights property, has left the luxury home as liquidators prepare to sell it. So again, this one just says that he has, he's had to leave the house. A statement on Thursday from insolvency firm Jones Partner, which has been tasked with overseeing the liquidation of our assets, said that he's vacated the home. We are in the process of preparing the property for sale and undertaking a selection process to appoint a real estate agent to market the property, Bruce Gleeson says. We will be seeking further orders from the court to proceed with the sale of the property when it is before the court on June 15. We anticipate a strong interest in the Dover Heights property. There were plans to hold an investor creditor meeting within the next 2 weeks, Mr. Gleeson said. And she's not been seen since. He told it appeared Mrs. Caddick had tricked investors into giving her money she used to live an extravagant lifestyle. She was meticulous and systematic in the way she lured investors into handing money, sometimes their life savings, the way she continually represented to investors that their investments were safe, that their investments were increasing in value, he said. All the investors believed all was going well, but nothing could further be the truth. So that is what's happening. So tell me what are your theories? I mean, what do you think? Do you think that she still could be alive somewhere, like her husband says? Does he know more than what he's letting on? Are you feeling sorry for the fact that he can't find anywhere to live? And what do you think we'll learn about from what do you think we're going to learn about from the interview? Is there going to be anything else to learn? Tell me what you think in the comments below. I'm going to be really, really interested to hear what you've got to say. And until next time, I'll catch you all later. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, the YouTube thingies, and I'll catch you again next time. So bye for now.